There we go. Good evening. Welcome. It's evening for us here anyway. Welcome to the stream. And today I'm flying the PMDG for the heck of it. And the reason is I've spent a lot of time in the Zibo again doing test flying and all kinds of other stuff. So we're going to take a quick break, do the PMDG today, and tomorrow morning we'll be back in the Zibo. Tomorrow morning flying from EBCI to wherever the next destination would be. I think it was Toulouse, if I recall my planning correctly now. But I'm very busy, so if I sound confused, this is because I've got a lot on my mind. So, anyway, it's a lazy Friday evening here, so I'm going to take my time. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to fiddle a little bit and just horse around a little bit, see if GSX is working for me now. Earlier it was saying that Hotel engine didn't launch. Let's see if it's working now. There we go. Operate the stairs. Let's go. Hello Magnus. Hello Steve. Okay, Magnus, I've got 106. I've got 106. Let's quickly see. So, okay, if it gets released to the public tonight, then they can use this video as a preview, you know, showcase. Go post it wherever and tell the guys to come have a look, because this is it running here. Just quickly see. Display capture, there you go. There you go, yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for thinking about it and me. Yeah, Steve, evening is good. How's your one? Did you have a good week? Are you on standby? All the other stories, tell me. Let's have some conversation while we set up. So we've got stairs. Ooh. Let's see. What next? Some brief is okay. Request catering. Yeah, we can do that. And request boarding. Why not? Yeah, let's do the pilot and the crew. Why not? Yeah, but those guys are racing car drivers there at the back, eh? Ooh. That's an unauthorized merger that happened over there. Must be the crew bus then. It is absolutely genius. I love it. I can't ever go back to the old way of doing things, I promise you. Magnus, I don't know why I haven't thought about it before, but we've got a keyboard shortcut for GSX. Can't we have a keyboard shortcut for xEnviro as well? I don't mind coming through Flow to get here, but if we could get a keyboard shortcut, maybe that's an idea. You know, just to go Control F11 or something, because the other one is Control and F10 now for GSX, so we can have maybe Control and F11 just for the xEnviro popping up. Yes, I saw your birthday. Yeah, I couldn't find one in 2020. I use it in Explain yesterday. I've got a shortcut Control M to see my meters, but I haven't seen the other one in 2020. Anyway, did you have a good birthday, Steve? Was it nice? I suppose it would have been, eh? New power supply. Woo. Lekker, man. Sounds really nice. Right, so I think we should start setting up. Otherwise, we're going to... Or the people are going to sit here and wait for us. I know they take for flipping ever to load, so that's why I'm not too pressed for time.
Your passenger's bus is coming.
Thank you, lady. The passenger's bus is coming. Wonderful. Right. Good stuff, Steve. Good stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't know. I didn't get the notification until I got it. And then the moment I saw it, I sent you the message. And then I see you already thanking everybody. And I go, why? Why didn't I know? But anyway, it happened. And I'm just grateful I found it in time. Total kilograms, this is fuel. Let's put STKP up, why not? And you guys can follow with. So fuel is 7.3. 1.3 tons. Payload. We want zero fuel weight, 56.3.
Good morning.
Cool. Enjoy, Magnus. Talk later.
Hi. Thank you.
CNA 5 Romeo.
Good morning.
S24. GSY1 and ARVOL for a execute legs. Talk later. Bye bye. Enjoy. Right.
Hello. Thank you.
That's interesting. I wonder if it's going to fly it that way. It's supposed to do it a little bit different, but it's okay. The idea counts. I've flown this approach many times, and I can tell you one thing: if you fly it incorrectly, you're going to be too high and too fast. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious. Yeah.
Cappuccino.
Macchiato. How are you, Hakan?
I'm pretty fine, and you, sir?
Also pretty fine, thank you.
I would like to ask a question, an opinion of you.
Yeah.
There are two options in front of me. One of them is sitting at home 1 hour more. Another one is going out
Passengers bus
by
is coming.
myself. Which one would you prefer?
Me, personally, I stay at home.
I?
I stay at home.
What about me?
No, if you want to go out, that's going to be your personal choice. But you need to make that decision yourself. Depends on where you go. If you're going to go watch a nice movie, have a nice dinner, maybe I'll also, do it if I were you. But at the end of the day, it's a personal choice. 300. Why do you say it's an hour more? What happens after an hour? Maybe that will determine whether you go out or not.
Because the weather is so hot here, I'm waiting for darkness a little bit.
Yeah, no, then wait a little while and then go outside.
Yeah. Uncle John's computer will come tomorrow.
I hear some rumors like that, yes.
Very good. I think you have to do a lot.
Probably. I might just go out tomorrow afternoon. That would be a good reason to go out and not be here. You know that?
Yeah, I understand. Because you need to take care of your family.
So he'll be devastated. He'll kill me.
Yeah, exactly. He's waiting for 4090.
Mm-hmm.
It is not an easy job. It is really big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me drink my cappuccino. I am not in front of computer for a while, Mr. Nico.
Okay.
If you're gonna call me, I cannot respond.
No problem. Sounds like they beat me. They are loaded. Right. Good, good. Then we can get going too. Right. So, boarding the passengers now. I think that should be done. Boarding completed, yes. There we go. Prepare for pushback. I must remember to go onto the API before I do anything further. Otherwise, it's a problem in this aircraft.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Thank you.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pas inserted. Looking clear. Release parking brakes, please. Starting push. All engines clear. Start at wheel. set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine. Start. You can disconnect.
Good evening.
Hallo Jaco.
How's it going?
Lekker jy.
Not too shabby. Have you just finished your stream or are you starting?
Starting. The flight's starting now. Gonna taxi and take off.
I clicked on the wrong link. There we go. Now I see it.
I see you were lekker flying in the real world just now.
Yes, sir.
What happened there? Something shuddered. Where did you fly around?
I went to the GF by myself, did some steep turns, some forced landings and some precautionary landings, and then I made my way back for an unmanned joining procedure and did a couple of touch and goes.
Ooh, sounds nice.
Was lovely. And I passed my meteorology exam today.
Good. Double bonus.
Double bonus. I wrote the exam before I went flying. It was like, if I don't pass this exam, it's going to be such a downer when I go up and do my practice flights. So when I passed it, I was super happy. Because that's difficult, man. That meteorology. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Who knew clouds could be so so difficult to learn? All the different things about them. You think it's just a piece of white fluff in the sky. Boy, oh boy.
No. Right, I think I've got everything I need. Flaps 5. Let's go. Right, for the guys that have joined late, I'm using xEnviro 1.06 for 2020. And according to Magnus, it will be released later this evening. So in case you were curious of what it would look like, you're obviously going to get a nice preview now. So just have a look out.
I was about to say, your clouds look really damn nice.
Yeah, I like it. Right, so that is done. Weather, there, terrain, airports. Right, let's put this view somewhere there. Hello, Dave. Welcome. Right, let's go. Okay, so I just need to get this thing stable before I press my toga, otherwise I lose my auto throttle again. There we go, looks like it's taken this time. And we can set time if we can click on the spot there.
80 knots. V1 take. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Nice atmosphere. Look at the sun effect by the clouds and all. That's so nice.
Yeah, no, that is about as weird as it gets.
For some reason my X-Ras does not want to start up. No idea why. Maybe it will start now. Yeah, starting. The first thing it does is complain or tell me, let me be nice, that there is an update, critical update for it. Okay. There we go. And we're in the milk, eh?
Pretty nice. I didn't realize there was a Skymatix delivery for the PMDG.
Yeah. George Walker made it for us.
Very nice.
It's on flightsim.to if you want to download it. It's available. We also have it in some in Iveo, so when we fly together we can see each other proper.
Yeah. Is it the one that George created?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he made the Phoenix as well. The two got the BW that I'm flying now, you know, your normal wing tip like
Yeah.
thing. And then we've got the Scimitar one as well, and then the Phoenix one.
Nice. Look at that. So pretty.
Yeter. My son's shouting at me. Hey, Papa! Oh, too loud. Too loud. Yeah, this is beautiful, man. This is really nice, man. I'm probably past 10,000, yeah.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. Where do you see that now again, or are you just referencing
no,
the
I'm
old?
just referencing the old thing.
Okay. Well, Dave, in my X-Plane 12, I had FPS issues today landing at LFBD. It was killing me. And there was absolutely no reason why. It's in the beta version of X-Plane. I went back in the normal X-Plane 12.05 and I didn't have any. So I don't know what happened there. It was terrible this morning. And other than that, the only place I really get FPS issues is at Amsterdam. I don't really have that many FPS issues. In 2020, you're right, I have almost none. It's happened once or twice, but you know, at this point in time, I'm really happy with the performance. I still want to get the NVIDIA 4070 card at least. I don't know if I really want to spend double the price to just get a TI. And according to the guys here on Discord, the 4070 is good enough. It's like 35% better than the card I have right now. Anyway, you know, so there's no point in spending extra 10,000 Rand for that. So hopefully one day soon.
Would it make sense then for you to just wait for the 50 series to come out probably early next year or later this year? Because it's due.
I don't know. I don't know. I must be honest with you. I've got other issues and stuff that I need to work into my budget, right? So if I buy it, I'm going to buy something functional, not necessarily fancy. You understand? The AMD card is fine at this point in time. We can see it works, but the 4070 is like just that notch better. So if I go for something like that, you know, I'll spend 15,000. I'm not going to spend 25. There's no reason just to have.
Then you want to buy new or
new?
Consider second hand when you know those cards become available, because I'm sure with the release of the 50 series, those cards will be abundant. You know, people trying to get rid of their old ones.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of second hand computer parts. Never been. Never been.
Know who's been you know working with it?
Yeah.
Hey, didn't I sell my rig to you at some point way back when?
No.
Nico, I'm sure that's how we met in person for the first time. I think you bought a computer from me.
I would never, because I sell computers. I always buy out the container.
But maybe you bought it from me to sell to someone else. I can't. For some reason,
remember that, because that's possible. That's possible.
Yeah, I'm talking, geez, a good 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah, Dave.
Didn't you live there in Randburg, right?
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, I've always been in and
Randburg
around.
Beach or something.
Yeah, in and around Randburg, yeah. Anyway, Dave, always remember to have Zinc enabled when you fly with your AMD card. That's the only way you get proper performance in X-Plane 12 now. I had to give up my X-Plane 11 because I just couldn't get more than 22 frames. You know, I was lucky when I got 25 frames and it killed me. I got rid of X-Plane 11. There's no point in having it with an AMD card. It's just not doable. You know, and I wasn't open to the idea of installing an older graphics driver just to fly X-Plane 11 and then uninstalling it and reinstalling a new AMD driver just to fly 12 again. That would drive anybody insane, you know, so I just left it, got rid of it. Wow, that's bad. Sorry, Dave. Yeah, no, mine never goes down that low in 12 at this time. I'm not sure what your PC specs are, but mine seems to hold it nice. You've got the same graphics card as me. Gotcha. Hello, Alex. That's my specs, Dave. Excellent, excellent. Well, I hope you enjoy the flight. Is that Matt by any chance? Akkers 79 Matt? Just a question.
Nico, you reckon you have enough storage?
Oh yes, no, got enough.
My goodness.
Yeah. No, Matt, I'm doing well. I haven't seen you on stream for a long time, so it immediately rang a bell there. Eh? No, excellent. Are you doing okay? Are you well? See, Yaku.
29 terabytes of data. Oh
yes.
My goodness.
And the 1 4 terabyte. At some point in time, I need to update it to a 12 or a 20, at least. We'll see. I've got plans for it. But look, the whole thing about all the data storage started and ended with, in the old days, with Auto for XP.
Auto for XP, yeah.
Right. Now that we've got Auto and it uses a fraction of the space, it's like not really necessary anymore. But at the same time, I like to manage my system. And I've got different ideas and different plans of how to put stuff. So I was kind of at the end of my budget when I bought this, so I had to go for a 4 terabyte. But the 4 terabyte is running out of space now, so I need to consider, options, which will probably end up going at 12 or 16 or 20 terabyte again on that one.
That's insane.
It happens because
most I think I've ever had in a system was like altogether 10 terabytes, and I thought that was excessive.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, 29, 27 terabytes. Jeez, like.
Yeah, because I use the computer mainly for work. The flight sim is like an add-on to it, I've got plenty of things to do with it. I understand, Matt. Yeah, good luck with that. I think a whole lot of people would have been much more happy with X-Plane 12 if it was released in the state that it is today. And then we said, let's build from here. But man, they had to go down the barrel at the bottom, scraping the very end there to get, to do the release and to climb back up the ladder to get where we are now. Damn it. I don't think they realized how much damage they did to themselves.
They were scrambling with their tails between their legs to get to this point now, realizing what they did with the release earlier. So they brought it amongst themselves. They basically cut off their own nose to spite their face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, man.
Such a shame, honestly. Yeah. They did it right for so long, and then just one little
miscalculation. Yeah.
One little mishap. I think they were under pressure with what was happening with Microsoft at the time. Yeah. So understandable, but I think people are hard to forgive. Not easy to please.
No, for sure not. Look, in September it will be a year since it was released, and I always said from the beginning, give them 2 years to see what they're gonna do. Okay, because it took 2 years for Microsoft to really get to its rightful place. Microsoft did not arrive here where we are seeing it today. I mean,
no, for sure.
When 2020 was released, there was 1,600 and something open issues on the forum, and they closed everything. And they said, no, we're releasing. And the people cried crocodile tears, and they were upset and all, and they forgave them. So I reckon they'll do the same with XP, but XP is now very far behind, man. Very far behind.
But what kind of exponentialized this little mishap of theirs? X-Plane has always been more community driven after an official release than developer driven. They've always put out the release, and the general public and community were the ones to take it that next step. When they screwed up that initial release now, and Microsoft was busy ironing out their issues, the developers saw there's a cash cow on the Microsoft side of things. Why would they go back to try and figure out and enhance the X-Plane situation after the mishap? So it was just it was such unfortunate timing for them. Really unfortunate timing.
Yeah, because the community shifted their whole focus
and resources.
Yeah. Well, anyway, coming back to Matt there on stream and Dave and Alex, remember P3D was never designed as a home entertainment system. It's always been for educational purposes, professional simulation, and obviously world armies. I mean, the air forces of the world. It's a defense training system. It makes millions and millions of rands in the defense contracting arena. I mean, it comes with all your actual NATO weaponry and everything if you buy into that license. You know, it's never meant to be an entertainment system. They graciously allowed it. Microsoft graciously allowed it, and obviously the community that did not like X-Plane, you know, flocked to P3D. Now they're back on their own, and they're dependent on their defense contracts and, you know, professional flight schools and stuff using it. I mean, even the British Airways Level D simulator that I fly here, I had a few opportunities to go fly here at Joburg International, was P3D based, you know, but it's a $20 million system that's standing there. So I don't think we need to worry about Lockheed Martin and P3D. They've got enough money, and they've got a general direction that they, you know, obviously were in, and it was a bonus to have a couple of flight simmers hang around, you know, but it's one of those things. I've been tempted many times to go buy version 6, and I've just refrained. Every time I go sit there and I look at that page and I think to myself, do I, and then I walk away. So I think at this point in time it's still the better option not to buy it. I mean, yes, 2020 it's working, you know, spent a couple of bob getting some of these aircraft and sceneries in here already, so I might as well stay here. And then obviously we've got X-Plane, and X-Plane is still my main sim, and I do my work in X-Plane, and I live in X-Plane. This is my escape. 2020 is just my escape. I don't spend time in it. I don't fly it normally offline or anything. The only time I mostly 90% of the time fly it is when you guys see me on stream. That's my escape, just to step away a little bit. I mean, I was doing like 2-3 hours today in the Zibo again, you know, so I thought, why not just fly something else just for a stream.
A change of scenery.
Yeah, exactly. Change is as good as a holiday. And Dave, you're right. That's also part of the story. I mean, X-Plane 11 sales tanked. Everybody's now getting hyped up for 12. Yeah. Whatever the poor guy said. Alex, yeah, that's also one of the reasons I got out of the beta program for 2020, because of all the mishaps and all the things. And there were a few of these beta editions that you couldn't fly the PMDG properly, and there were issues and all that. I said, no, stick it. When I want my escape, I don't want to go work in X-Plane the whole day and then come to 2020 and work here again and try and troubleshoot and find out what's happening. So got rid of that idea. Matt, I'm pretty sure the 787, wow, those guys who made it slips my mind now. I'm pretty sure they'll make a plan to bring it to 2020. Just like the 777 and the 747 of PMDG will come. PMDG is talking about the MAX. iFly said that they're busy finalizing their MAX for 2020 as well. So we pretty soon going to have a couple of options again, you know, for other aircraft. I struggle. I've tried and I've given up. I just don't have the temperament and the need to fly these default aircraft anymore. I fly the PMDG, the Phoenix, and my 750, and that's about the 3 aircraft I fly in 2020, and that's it at this point in time. Yeah, Dave, you're right. And Alex, I bought any Lexus Premium, the most expensive one. Alex, I got my 2020 as a gift from one of my followers, alright? One of my friends. And I literally opened it like 5 times, or maybe 6 times. In all the time it existed, from the beginning, until, you know, when it was released, let me put it that way, release date, and when the PMDG arrived. I didn't bother. It was just not something that pulled me. I think I did one stream once in the 750, just horsing around somewhere in Natal by the coast, flying around, and everybody was oohing and eyeing. And that was it. If it wasn't for PMDG, I wouldn't have bothered, promise. Quality Wings, yeah, that's the name. Yeah, that's the 787, guys. The thing is upgraded, but I mean, I haven't tried to fly it yet, but I've watched some of the videos, and I don't know, it's not for me.
Personally, I think, with regards to what you just said, Nico, you like to step into the bigger airliners in Microsoft, right? You don't bother with the general aviation stuff.
Yeah.
We already have superior systems available in X-Plane 12, right? With the Zebo. I personally, when I want to fly complicated systems, I go to X-Plane. But if I want to go do some scenery watching, low-level flight, you know, short hop from here to there, do some old-school navigation, then I go to Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, makes sense.
Purely for the fact, purely for the fact that, you know, it's got some real-world imagery and some real reference points and stuff for you to do some old-school VFR navigation on.
Okay, but now, now let me ask you this: have you installed Auto also in your X-Plane?
I have, and I've done some comparisons, and there is just no comparison. It's just
this Black Shark AI in 2020 kicks ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I don't know how they do it, but it's miracle work that they're doing. Because I've got a vantage now point from seeing up there in the air what's really visible. And if I had to compare what I see in X-Plane with Auto Ortho, not bad. I'm not bashing it at all. Not bad. Really, really awesome. But knowing what I know from the local area where we are, there's just it's night and day, to be honest. It's night and day.
I completely understand.
Low and slow, I go Microsoft. System-wise and like handling-wise, X-Plane by far superior, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, a lot of us operate that way. Anyway, let's have a look again at these clouds and stuff. We don't have contrails, eh? You see that? Oh, no, we do. We do. I'm an idiot. I beg your pardon. Let's quickly do this again, eh? How do we get outside again? That one.
It's been, what was it, 2 years now that Microsoft, 3 years, and I still haven't managed to figure out this camera system of theirs, honestly.
Yeah, you have to have hair on your chest and a lot of patience.
Yeah,
you know,
nah, I just couldn't bother.
figure this thing out.
Keep it that way.
You look at that contrail. Yeah, we want to move away. We can get a picture like that. Pixel Studios, hello. That's not a bad control. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Not too shabby. Your weather is busy updating, I think.
It's possible. See, one of the new things Andra put in here is it actually puts the IKOs for you in your search bar already if you did the sim brief upload, so that's excellent.
Very handy indeed. And
Yeah,
I don't want to see a tab or a meta for the next week at least. Oh my goodness.
Enjoy, Matt. Enjoy your sim flight as well. You know what? When all is said and done, it's been a wild ride for me, this whole simulator journey in my life, Up until 2017, I was caught up in the local South African bull dust, all the crap and backstabbing and lying and cheating and I don't want to fly with you and I don't like you and I don't hate you and I love you and all the other crap we had here. And it was all just local. I mean, I never really had friends on the outside. And then here comes the Zibo project. And I'm very fortunate and grateful to all of you guys out there, all the international guys, from all over the world. All of a sudden, I've made so many friends. And I'm not sure if my gangster buddy is watching. Listen to this. Okay? I never knew I had friends in the mob. How's that? Yeah.
Oh, man.
We've got
why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, the Italian mob. Can you believe it? From New York. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh,
we've got conductors, we've got movie directors, we've got guys running shows in Las Vegas. We've got, I mean, I can name names, which I won't. It's amazing.
Oh.
It's amazing who you meet in this flippin' flight sim game, and you think, hey, wow, you're a surgeon. Damn it. Yeah, no, I just did an open heart surgery this afternoon. Now I need to take the Zibo for a spin. And I go, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Remember there was an ad back in the day. I can't remember if it was an X-Plane ad or a Microsoft Flight Simulator ad, where you had people like you just mentioned, of all different kinds of sorts and backgrounds, and they were sitting in front of the computer, flying and doing ATC, and I thought to myself,
that was an FSX advert from Microsoft.
Oh yeah, way back. Yeah. And that's actually what it is. You have people from all different kinds of backgrounds, and we all have one thing in common.
Yeah. I've got professors from universities. Like I said, I mentioned the conductors already. I've got, all walks of life. It's amazing how many friends we make, and we've never met, but like Matt coming on here, I mean, I remember him. It rings a bell. And there's Pixel Studios also saying he's going to meet some XN guys. It's amazing. It's nice. I swear, I have more friends online than in real world, by 1,000 at least.
Yeah, how times have changed. Oh, holy.
It's so interesting.
I mean, but the community that you've built here, Nico, it takes something special to be able to, retain so many of the usuals over an extended time frame. I'm not talking 1 year, 2 years. This is now becoming a lot of these guys that I see on Discord has been with you since
many years.
Many years.
Look, from the outset, I wanted to create a nice community where people with the same interest can hang out, without the bickering and the backstabbing and the nonsense and all, and that's really worked out really nice.
In other words, you wanted a mature audience.
Yeah. We've seen some of the youngsters come in here, they don't last because they haven't, I don't know if they haven't been raised properly or whatever, but it's like, they just don't seem to last long. one of those things. We'll see. I hope we get some fresh blood. Some of these youngsters actually mature enough to be able to join us. That would be cool.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, your channel over the last 6 months almost doubled.
Probably.
So there's a lot of new subscribers. Maybe not as many new people joining on Discord for voice or anything like that, but definitely increased your follower base.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I'm over 4,000, I think 4,069 subscribers I checked earlier today. And Pixel Studios, you're correct. It's not just that. It's not just the attention span. Everybody wants everything instantly. And when we focus on pilot training, whether it's real world or in the sim, it includes studying. It includes a lot of reading. And that's usually where you lose the young guys very quickly. They don't want to put in that effort. You know, it's just... No, I want to go through McDonald's drive-thru, and when I get to the end, I want my wings, you know. And it doesn't work that way. If you want to fly a Boeing like we fly a Boeing, it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some put shoulder into the effort. You know, you've got to push, you've got to read, you've got to study, you've got to try, fly, crash, fly again.
I remember Uncle Krista, now that you mentioned about the studying and stuff like that. Like, I remember when Uncle Krista first started flying the Boeing, that he literally went and he studied the SOPs and the flight manuals, and he went so in depth, and then practicing and reverting back with feedback and this and taking on criticism, working on this and working on that. And look at where he is today with regards to his ability in managing that Zebo. It's incredible.
Yep. And the other thing we don't allow on our Discord in general, and I mean, it's in the rules, I made it clear, even I slip a bad word out once or twice when I really get angry, right? But in general, we don't allow foul language on here. And it seems that most of the young guys, you know, it's just part of their vocabulary, and if they can't talk freely, they don't like it. They don't, and we don't like it, listening to all the swearing the whole time. So that's a bit of a clash.
Oh man, the times I've had to refrain from slipping it, you know.
No. So look, we're all human. We're all human. We're not judging, and we're not trying to kill anybody in the process. But you know,
it's just common decency, you know.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
We really try hard. How far are we with this baby? 150 nautical miles. I suppose we might as well do some decent stuff, eh? Right, now just a little bit of background again. One of the problems with this airport and the arrival into this airport is if you do not watch your speed and your descent rate, you end up being way too high. Way too high. So in the Zebo, I would usually manipulate the legs page, and I would literally request or program actually and instruct the aircraft to go lower and slower at certain points. But I'm going to leave this one. I want to see what this one does. I want to see what's happening here. Exactly, Dave. Exactly. So I think we was, well, rather let me not say it. Let me just read it. Can't complain if others don't read, if I don't want to read. 1017. I beg your pardon.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. I forget I have to click on the outside first before I scroll. In X-Plane it doesn't listen to me and my scroll wheel when I click outside or scroll outside at least. Right. You need to descend 3000 mandatory. Runway 24. Frequencies right, just in standby. That's perfect. Okay. We're ready. Let's tune this one. Are you using X camera or just a built-in camera system? Oh, and are you using an alpha yoke? That's the other question. Are you using an alpha yoke? Okay. Right, okay. So might I suggest maybe just try X camera, see if that fixes the problem for you. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Otherwise go to the forum. I only use one screen, so I don't have it, but I have an alpha yoke and the RJ45 plug, that is the connecting plug where you put the cable in between the yoke handle and the yoke base. On the base itself, that plug is faulty, and it seems to be like, you know, a general problem on these alpha yokes. They just wear out or something over time, and the moment that thing doesn't make good contact, my head will start spinning like this, or I find myself looking down like this. And sometimes it even spins right there, you know, so it's highly annoying. So what I did was I got a network cable out of the box here, and it's a longer cable, you know, not that concertina rolled up one. So it seems to be better, because I think one of the problems that happen in the beginning is when that little line pulls tight. Let's say you come into land and you pull really hard. In other words, you pull full extent of your yoke. That cable is not elastic enough and long enough at that point in time, because it's not elastic enough, and it actually damages the port in the yoke itself, in the base. So that took me a good 3 months to figure out what happened. That's it. That's what happened. So now, every now and then, I still have to touch the cable, literally just touch it to make contact. Otherwise, I get the look down or the spin around. It's stupid. And the funny thing that messed me around in the beginning, and it was on many of my streams, I would just do a recalibration without touching the cable, And by just recalibrating the yoke, it would go away. So it was kind of messing me around until eventually I realized it's got nothing to do with calibration. It's got to do with that stupid plug. Hello, Scotsman. Hope you're doing fine. There's top of descent. Looks like about 50 miles out.
And we're back.
Okay. Right, while we are all sitting here, let's look at something else I was just notified about. For those of you that fly FS 2020, the Phoenix. This might be interesting. This is their website. So I just got a notification from their Discord server talking about the rollout of version 2. I haven't read it. Here we go. Reading it with you. So in the coming days, they'll be pushing a staging. Okay. Right, so the second block is aimed at September. Ooh, they've also got the A321 and 319 single expansion package for £40. Ooh. Ah, interesting. Thanks, Amir. But you are a really good career pilot, hey? Scotsman, you sound like me. Me, I go one step further. I don't even walk away for dinner. I eat here on my lap when I have to, eh? But fly, I'm flying. Yeah, I hear you. 24 nautical miles for top of descent. Ah, we understand, Scotsman. My wife and I have been married 26 years now this year. But Neil, I can tell you one thing. In the beginning years, a few years ago, if I wanted to drive her totally mad, I need to tell her, I'll come eat now, I'm just landing. And then she would tell me all kinds of very bad things about me wanting to land instead of eating food that she prepared. Jaco?
That sounds too familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. How can you want to land when you eat
Oh,
food? But
all the time. It's like they know.
yeah, but they get the timing wrong. I told her, if you want to give me food, bring it half an hour earlier or half an hour later. Why now? You know, you must know by now. I'm flying. I need to land first. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that took me back. Oh my goodness.
She's gone off it completely now. She doesn't care anymore. You know, after 26 years, we understand each other better. But oh my soul, I used to drive her nuts.
Oh, I can just hear it. I can just hear it.
Yeah.
Especially in my younger years when I was still living with the parents in school. Always I'd get in such a lot of trouble for not timing my flight perfectly enough to be ready for dinner. Oh.
Old bags. Push the bags.
Yeah, sorry, Neil. There we go. There's the descent. It no, dipped a bit, noticeably. There it goes. Ah, our power just came back on. This blinking load shedding blew the washing machine. When was this? 3 days ago. Just blew it up.
And Eskom an invoice.
Ugh. They don't care. No.
But did it fry your motor?
No, the computer.
Oh, the computer box.
It is repairable, yes. My wife has got a maintenance plan on these things, so, or at least on the washing machine, to be honest. So the guys came and checked it out, and we're waiting for the spare. They'll come put it in, and that's it. It's just the inconvenience, that's all. Sorry, Jaco.
Sorry, where's Uncle John tonight?
His computer will only be back tomorrow if everything goes well.
Yes.
So
did he send it in for them to put in the
Yeah.
new card?
he's been out of computer for over a week now. The poor guy almost died, man.
Oh my goodness. Did he not know how to just exchange his graphics card?
No, it's a new box and a new power supply as well.
Oh
So
yes,
it's a
right.
complete
Oh, yes,
rebuild.
right. So it's a bit of a rebuild, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. He must be licking his chops off
Oh yes, oh, yes.
for
He's
that
so excited.
new rig.
He's very excited.
Oh, I can just imagine him that first time. It's a pretty big step up for him.
Oh yes.
He basically skipped a generation now.
Yeah, went
Oh,
from a
that's gonna be
2080 to a
lovely.
4090.
Nice, nice. That's a proper jump. Proper jump.
Exactly, Dave. Yeah, no, it was working on his nerves quite a bit, eh?
So when did you say he's getting it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be on Discord when that happens, but I probably won't because I'm flying tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Kyk maar. That sounds like a plan, Dave. I hope you enjoy it. I know you will. I hope so. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway. Hey, you guys have short summer, so you need to make the best of it, eh? One of these days it's snowing and cold again.
On holidays, don't we also have a holiday coming up next week?
Yes, I think it's Wednesday the 9th. Yes,
Ah, Wednesday the 9th. What's it?
Women's Day or
Women's
something.
Day. Oh yeah, Women's Day. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's dark clouds underneath there, eh? You look at the weather radar, and it's full of water.
There he goes.
Cumulus.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the exact nature of the winter there. I just know it gets cold in Canada. I remember as a young boy, one of the families in our church came from Canada, and I don't know if they were Canadian or if they were South Africans that went there and came back, whatever, but they came from Canada, and they got rid of some of their son's old clothes, and I ended up with one of his windbreaker jackets, and it was like black at the outside and orange on the inside, but it was proper, Canadian dress. I tell you what, I nearly died when I put that thing on here in our winters. I mean, our winters were cold for us, but you couldn't wear that thing very long. It was just too much. It's so well made and so specific to the cold there. Our cold is not the same, huh? It's just the city shuts down. Well, I tell you what, we had snow here on the 10th of July. Okay, and it never snows here in Johannesburg, ever. The last proper snow we had here was in September.
12 years ago, right?
It's in September 1981. We had proper snow in Joburg, and this was the second time in my life I saw snow. And even so, where we stayed wasn't that thick. It didn't last long on the ground. I've got pictures and videos and stuff, and the kids were all hoo-ha, and they've never seen it, and they're happy they've now seen snow. And just that little bit shut down the whole of this place. Promise you. Look, Jaco, more towards your side, I think it was thick. It was really a problem, so
no.
On your side it was proper snow, but a little bit even here, it just shut down Joburg, man. It just, people aren't used to it. We don't know these things. It's just,
I saw pictures of the rugby stadium, Ellis Park being covered in snow, and I know the whole of Alberton as well. We got snow here. We were dancing outside in the snow because it's something, like you said, it rarely ever happens.
We don't know these things.
We don't know about it. It's like not the Drakensberg Midlands where every year during winter you'll have some snow, but where we live geographically, for it to snow is quite an experience. Jeez, like.
Absolutely. No, it was crazy. They came and they delivered my JoJo water tanks in the snow, and we standing here looking up at the sky waiting for this tank to roll over the garage roof, and you just have to wipe the snow out of your face the whole time. It was funny. Experience to remember.
Be interested to see if this PMG is going to slow down now.
Looks like it. Look, it's busy stepping down the speed. It's definitely, but whether it will honor it, whether I need to pull, we'll see now. Because, look, theoretically, from experience, I know that if you don't intervene, you're going to be at about 8,000 foot crossing that VOR. Now, the requirement is 3,000 A, so 3,000 and above, which 8,000 is, most definitely. Problem is, if you don't have the proper speed and descent rate from there on down, you'll never make the ILS.
Yeah, you won't make it, no.
No, it's not going to happen. So, we'll see. I think I'm going to pull that speed brake. That speed's running a bit away for us now. I love these clouds. I honestly love these clouds. I remember the first time flying through a cloud, Jaco. plain sailing. It reminded me of, I'm talking real world now, it reminded me of going from, on the highway from Pretoria to Rivonia, and then you've got or actually the other way around, which was it now? It doesn't matter, but you get the idea. It's going from a tar road surface onto a concrete road surface. There's immediately, it sounds different, it feels different, and you go like through it.
I love it.
But the thing, I'm probably an idiot, but the thing that I will always remember of that very first time is, in your mind that it's just water, you can fly through it. Okay? At least the clouds we went through, right? But you're fighting this idea in your subconsciousness that you've got to pull out. You don't want to hit it. You just want to turn away, and you have to leave it. And it was, I'll never forget that. That was an experience, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, after this last couple of days in studying meteorology, wouldn't say it's the best of ideas for a small plane, depending on the conditions, to be flying through any clouds, for obvious reasons. But still, it's a fantasy of every pilot to be flying through those things.
Yeah,
either through or on top.
I'm not going to go through an anvil or one of these big cumulus ones. I promise you that. That won't happen. Okay, so the PMDG turns before the VOR, and then it's going to make a left-hand turn. I'm speaking under correction, but I think the appropriate thing is you cross the VOR, then you make the teardrop, and you turn to the right to come back. But, much of a muchness. Alright, we're at 200, so we are looking good on the speed. You see, we're a little bit higher than just 8,000, but close enough.
It's okay, we'll write it.
Yeah. Wow, this was a nice flight, I must be honest.
Looking good, looking good.
I don't think the transition flight level is 8,000. I forgot to obviously set it in the forecast. I'm so used to the Zebo doing it for us, and I remember in the preference page to set it, but not when I do the descent page. I must remember with PMDG to do the same, to set it.
Oh.
That's interesting. I've just noticed the VOR didn't pick up 1157. 1157. Now it's there. As I look down, I swear it wasn't there. I'll have to rewatch the
The
video.
105 or 115?
It's 1157. 1157. So the issue is there was nothing there, and as I now look up, it's there. Maybe it's the Mandela effect. Maybe it was there. I don't know. I swear I didn't see it. That's why I went checking. Whatever. Looked like that. It was just empty. And I didn't press the button. I promise. You'll see on the video. I didn't press the button.
Kind of a strange approach, this.
Cook sister.
Yeah.
It's a total cook sister, this thing. But the PMDG didn't fly it the way the Zebra flies it. The Zebra does it the way the charts tell you to do it. The Zebra, this one didn't. It did it the opposite way around.
Sold those and okay.
The one thing, I'm dying to fly with a PMDG again, but I'll do it when I've got the flight like that. I'm not going to go look for one specifically. It's when you've got an arc in the approach. In the first couple of versions of PMDG, they actually plotted the whole arc with little man-made, you know, custom-made little waypoints. And they actually showed it to you on the ND. And I'm dying
What
to
a
see...
DME arc.
Yeah. And what I'm dying to see is if they've now taken that out, because it looks funny. You know, real aircraft doesn't look like that. I mean, Zebra doesn't look like that either. So I'm kind of dying to see that. That will be a mission of mine in the next few days, to just maybe see if I can do a flight like that. In Italy, there's bound to be one. So I'm going to Italy soon. So we'll see what happens there.
Then I'm not too sure. Might be able to. We come from the base league side. Why don't you guys come to me? So, rocket it all the way back. Keep rocketing, keep rocketing.
Interesting to hear your son from
Mm.
way back when, little squeaky voice to a young gentleman's voice now.
Yeah, nee.
Can hear it in his voice. He's growing up.
Oh, he's 18 now, huh?
They've got record exams coming up then next semester.
Yep. So I think
Or is it
it's
this semester?
September. September.
Yeah, September. Yeah, record is coming up in September. Oh, so around the corner. And those showers.
No, just clouds. Like some scipulous rising between, but anyway.
I see.
One person. I think we're going to be not ready. Settings. This is Windows. It's not just wait before right. Same people.
Lights, camera, action.
There is some rain, Nico. I see the water over your windshield.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, you just saw it before me, that's all. Thanks, Jaco.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Set the view. Alright, dial down.
You gotta say there's still one person holding on the sides.
Yes, Magnus, and it looks marvelous, eh? Thank you so much.
Approaching. 2, 4.
I think they were running some units, right?
What a sunset.
Beautiful.
So pretty. Jeez, like.
It's, yeah, last time I landed this thing, I bounced. I was so embarrassed. I hope I don't do it again, gents. Sorry if I do, but I'm not used to this baby.
100, 50, 30, 20, 10.
Look better this time.
What?
Look much better this time.
Very nicely done, sir. Very nicely done. That was such a pretty approach.
Yeah, that's mine. Jaco, you were talking earlier about my son and his squeaky voice. Do you know that they call the young kids squeakers? Yeah, on Discord, on his Discord.
Really?
Yeah, it's their nickname for the young ones. You must hear him. He gets so angry at the squeakers, and then you know it's a young kid that's come in on the server, and then they get angry at them.
Touche.
He says to me, I can see why nobody wanted to play with me when I was a kid. And I say,
Touche. Our times have changed.
yeah,
Tables have turned.
absolutely. The flap's moving. Let me see. Thank you, Dave.
You hit the thing close to me. So I pull. Actually, spears. Let's get this. We will just run the machine.
Right.
Make spears.
Well, guys, welcome to Brussels, Charleroi. I hope you guys enjoyed the flight and that you will fly with us again. And I hope you enjoy whatever you're going to do in this place now. I'm off to have a beer with Rob. He says he's about a mile away. And I'm looking forward to meeting him. So you guys must have fun. Whatever you guys are going to do.
A lovely flight, thanks, Nico.
Yeah, cool. Guys, just promise me one thing. Whatever you do will not involve an ambulance or the police. That's all I'm asking you.
And if it does, take pictures.
Have the phones handy.
Speaking of fire trucks and ambulances and whatever, we had a fire going off just on top of the hill the other day. Fire brigade stops there with their fire tanker, and they just watch. So not interested in actually doing anything about the fire, just stood there. It's like, wow, but tax money going towards this now.
Well, the question is,
pitiful.
Did they actually have water in the tanker? Because in
Randburg, mind you.
Yeah, in Randburg, my son had extra math lessons a few years ago, and the house next door burned down. The fire truck comes rushing out. They're standing there. People ask him, "Why aren't you putting the fire out?" No water. We don't have water. So why bother coming out? Why bother coming out? I mean, really?
I don't know.
Thanks, Dave. The mind boggles sometimes. I tell you, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
What are these taxi lines?
No, these lines are completely crazy.
What is this blue, purple, orange, red? What is this?
I don't know, because as far as I know, you should pull in this way. This is what the red is for, right? I mean, this is your guiding line. But what is that one going skew? I was hoping to go totally diagonally there. But anyway, we made it. We'll apologize later. Yeah. There we go.
What is it? Brussels, right?
Yeah, EBCI.
Yeah, go figure. Go figure.
This is a freeware version, so maybe the guy hasn't finished it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he's just had a little bit of fun. Add some color to his life.
Yeah.
He's also having dinner in front of his
PC.
In front of his PC.
While the wife is moaning.
Yeah, dinner's ready. Let me just finish painting my. He never got to finish painting his.
He forgot.
His wife was like, "Dinner is ready."
Yeah, she stole his concentration, and he had to go.
Oh, shame.
Shame.
Anyways, if the developer is watching, it's just a little inside joke.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's nothing serious. We like to have fun. Oh, that's the wrong one. We need to go to FS Actions, then Ground Services. Set the chocks and request the card.
Who's gonna fly with someone? Okay.
Close all of them off.
Just
Okay.
because I saw this.
You can come off. Right, so
Seatbelt.
The boarding
request
requested.
deboarding. Oh yeah, of course, of course. Poor people. See what this looks like. Alright, well, guys, I'm just gonna hang around a minute or two longer to just see what it looks like. I've never really watched the deboarding, so you guys are welcome to go, but you're welcome to stay as well. And hope you guys have a good weekend anyway.
That blue line. Oh my goodness.
Jong, jy moet
Oh,
nie lag nie, jy
man.
kon ook so gewees het.
Yeah, true, but still.
I got this one.
Passengers bus is coming.
Yeah, I think every major puppet.
Must say, really not bad for freeware. Goodness. Not too shabby at all.
Set on it.
Now that I watched that animation of that bag
Handler, yeah.
handler, couldn't be more fake than the real world, you know? He's like, from my vantage point, sitting inside a cockpit, watching those bag holders handle baggage. Nah, this couldn't be more far from the truth than what actually happens.
I just realized something, and I'm not sure if this will have an effect on the animations and stuff. My beacon light is still on. Don't know if that makes a difference, but
Yeah, your passengers aren't deboarding, right?
yeah, now they're deboarding. So I'm not sure if it's just the timing or whether it actually had an influence there.
Another one of those VOR moments that you had earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
Actually looks really nice. Amazing how far we've come with this simulation. Oh my goodness.
I remember one of my friends
Yeah,
in
those giant.
Yeah.
Jeez.
one of my friends in primary school had an old Apple Macintosh with a flight simulator on it, and it was little green lines on the screen. I mean, your imagination had to really work hard to see the aircraft and to understand you flying, but we flew it.
Amazing.
Huh. That's not too shabby, eh?
Hi. Oh man. They can reach all sorts.
There's still one outside your gate. Yes.
Yeah, this isn't something I'll do with every flight. I'm not going to sit here and wait till they deboard like this, but it was fun.
Looks like that's the last gentleman getting out.
Yeah,
Passengers
There you
bus
go.
is coming.
lekker,
Oh,
man,
it even
lekker.
says Brussels South.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Nou ja, goeienaand. Good evening, guys, girls, have fun. We'll see you in the morning.
Catch you later.